Welcome to the ERA for Rolemaster Unified Adventure tutorial. We will see how a game master can use ERA as the adventure develops. This tutorial will not explain the fields and options in detail, rather it will mention what is happening in the adventure while you see how the features of ERA can support these actions. Although this is a Rolemaster Unified adventure, most options are also available in other rule sets. A ranger starts their adventure on a quiet glade near their hometown. The player checks that they can access their character status. Before they begin, the Game Master asks for roll to keep in case of secret skill checks. The Ranger wants to search for food to sustain them during their travels. The Game Master determines that region lore can be used as a complementary skill. They make camp after catching something to eat and fetching water. Without alerting the player, the Game Master rolls for perception using the saved rolls, since a potential enemy stumbles upon their camp. The character realizes too late that they are under attack. Combat begins. For the hero, the Game Master asks an initiative roll. For the enemy, the random roller is used. The Ranger wants to calm the newcomer before anyone regrets it, but will only use 3 action points since they also want to draw their weapon, just in case. The Thug will move the 40 feet separating them, which will require 2 action points, then attack. The Game Master begins resolving the actions as declared in initiative order. At 3 action points, the Ranger attempts the spell casting, with the Thug already at melee distance. There's a minus 25 due to the use of 1 less action point than required. The spell is cast, and now the Game Master decides to roll manually instead of using the automatic dice rolling feature. The enemy succeeds. Combat continues with the Ranger drawing their weapon and the enemy making the attack with only 2 action points. The attack is resolved with a minus 50 to the roll. The Ranger does not have the shield skill and has not declared dodging, so they can only defend with their quickness, armor, and passive melee dodge. The chances are not good for the attacker. The Game Master decides to roll manually and fumbles. The Ranger is not having such a bad day after all. In the next round, the Ranger decides to cast Aura to increase their defensive bonus. The enemy is pressing the attack, but will save 20 to parry just in case. Both actions will use all 4 action points, so the Game Master skips to resolving them in initiative order. This time the attack connects and does some hits of damage. It's time for the Ranger to cast a spell. The player checks that the effect is listed in their status. Next round comes Vengeance. Both combatants will make melee attacks. The enemy will again save 24 parring. The ranger will trust the spell and other defenses are enough. At 97, it's an open-ended roll. The second roll is high as well, making for a savage attack, with increase in the critical roll. The Game Master decides the enemy would more likely tend to their wounds than keep fighting. The player agrees to letting the attacker go without hard feelings. Now out of combat, the player decides to cast a heal spell. All hits are healed, but now the player would like to recover some power points. They declare the ranger will sleep for at least 3 hours and count on their former enemy spreading the word that no one is to mess with the new ranger in the region. This concludes the Rolemaster Unified Adventure tutorial. Thanks for watching.